Thomas Byrne to introduce his question.
I'm raising this question in relation to the recent and I would say ongoing delays in relation to illness benefit, which have been absolutely scandalous. The handling and the introduction of and the delivery of the new IT system platform launched in the summer was extremely poorly handled, and what constituents can't understand is how the most vulnerable citizens, those who were working and who had to leave employment because of serious illness, were left in a completely penurious state. It was unacceptable. I'm asking what the Minister is going to do beyond simply words of apology. If it was a bank, we certainly wouldn't simply accept an apology from them.
Minister has 2 minutes.
Thanks, Chair. And I'd like to thank the Deputy for bringing this up, albeit you might be late at the party. We've had numbers of discussions with regard to this particular issue over the last couple of months. My department...
No, I make it clear. Could I make it clear? All deputies of the House are not expected to be here. I'm sure they're expected to be here for their own questions, but I don't think they should be reprimanded for not being here earlier.
I certainly wasn't reprimanding anybody with regard to their presence. I was regarding...
A reminder.
No, there's no, with respect, Chair, there's no need to remind me what I was referring to.
But be lit for the party.
Okay.
Anyway, continue, Minister. We're not going to resolve problems by splitting hairs.
No, we certainly won't. Thank you, Chair. My department transferred the administration of illness benefit, which is our IB scheme, from our legacy IT platform to its new core IT platform in August 2018. And although the system change has worked effectively for over 80% of our illness benefit customers, significant difficulties arose following the implementation for a number of customers. This was a matter of great concern and genuine regret, not only to the department but all of the people in the illness benefits section. And my department took 3 main steps to resolve the issues impacting on the payments. Firstly, it deployed additional staff to process the work and to respond to the customer inquiries, which were in their thousands. Secondly, it developed some new IT workarounds to address the payments gap issues and to ensure a faster flow of through payments to the recipients of illness benefit. And thirdly, we continue to review the design rules in the new system to afford greater flexibility in the processing of our claims and indeed our certificates. And I believe we've made good progress in this regard, with payment levels returning to and maintaining at the expected norm of over 50,000 customers every week. For the past 2 months, arrears payments have been made to customers when payments were delayed. Our telephone line and our call handling performance has also been addressed and is now back, thankfully, to normal levels. Currently, people who are due a payment and whose certificates and claims are in order receive their payment entitlement promptly. And in stating this, I think it's important to note that there are always genuine cases where people make an application, expect to receive a payment, and are legitimately stopped or paused for a variety of reasons. And in addition, there will always be errors.
The remainder will be included in the official report.
Thank you,
And can I, just for the benefit of the House, and I'm sure members know that if there is another question, it cannot be linked with the priority question. And that's the rules of the House. So I just want to make that known to those who may not be aware. First supplementary.
I'm certainly not late to this issue, Karen Corla. On one day in recent months, my office handled 17 separate complaints, including one individual from an estate within walking distance of the Minister's office who wasn't able to get any satisfaction from the Minister's office. Another case that the Minister describes as a party was a lady with breast cancer who came to me initially through a pharmacist who couldn't get a medical card, and she said, by the way, the reason I can't afford my medicine is because the illness benefit hasn't been paid, and we took that on as a separate issue. Now, that's what the Minister describes as a party. Well, I'll tell you what, that's no party for my constituents. And if a bank were to do this to these constituents, to deprive them through negligence of money, not only would the money be paid, there would be interest and compensation paid. And I think the Department of Social Protection needs to look at it extremely carefully. I think the Minister to describe this as a party, I think it's just absolutely devastating for the constituents who are affected. We have raised this on numerous occasions, and I want to thank the staff, because what struck me was that when a TD's office rung staff, there was a mechanism within the department to sort these issues out relatively quickly once you made the call. Now, I feel sorry for those constituents who didn't think maybe to ring a TD's office, or who couldn't get through on the phone lines because these were. So I want to thank the staff, but I think the department must come up with better than criticising the opposition and describing the issue as a party.
Ministers, 1 minute.
Thanks, Chair. I think I probably owe you an apology if you think I was criticising you or the opposition. The opposition, indeed, of all sides of this House, have been nothing but incredibly helpful with regard to this process in the last couple of months. And I have acknowledged on I think so many occasions that I've forgotten how many, but I'll do it again. When we changed over in August, we upset a system with the premise, in fairness, of trying to make a system more efficient on behalf of the recipients who receive 50,000 plus recipients who receive illness benefit, who are absolutely entitled to it, who get it because they pay into a social insurance fund. They get it every single week. When we tried to bring efficiency to the system, we cocked up. We made an entire balls of it and we messed up. Now, we have apologised profusely, and I'll do it again, for all of those people for far too many weeks and many months that were affected by the changes in the department. I sincerely apologise, but we have done three things in the last number of months to ensure that we bring the efficiency to the system that were originally anticipated. Number one, we have cooperated with our GPs, who have, in fairness, worked tirelessly with us for the last number of months to make sure that the system is efficient. And for 80% of the people initially, it was efficient. For those 20% of people who were maligned by the new system, the GPs have worked incredibly effectively and hard with us over the last couple of months. And I'm happy to say that we've reached a new agreement with the IMO and all of our GPs with regard to the new systems and the e-certification next year. With regard to the phone lines, their numbers are right back down to manageable calls. And as I said here earlier, and I know we shouldn't be linking all questions with different questions, Chair, apologies, but the amount of people that have been coming directly through TD's offices has significantly reduced in the last number of months. And as I said earlier on to all of the deputies that are here, if anybody, including your good self, Thomas Byrne, if anybody has any constituency issues that they would like to bring to the attention of the department, I'd be very, very happy to take them from you and have them resolved immediately.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Chair.
My colleague, Deputy O'Dea, tells me that that's not correct, that all GPs have signed up to it. In fact, that over 70% of GPs confirmed they're still using the old form. Now, as recently as yesterday, we were onto the department about a constituent who religiously and routinely sends in her certs on a weekly basis but had been deprived payment. Now, we don't want apologies. We've heard the apologies. We want some practical help for these people who have been put in really difficult situations and where the consequences of it are still affecting them. This is no party for anyone on illness benefit. Illness benefit is a payment you get when something tremendously bad happens in your life that you can't continue to work. It is only the most serious cases of people who get illness benefit. And to describe it as a party, I think, I accept the apology of the Minister, but I think it really does show the attitude of the Minister and within the department that had led this situation to fester over the summer, over recent months, and I would contend is still affecting some constituents, certainly that I'm aware of.
Same issue, short supplementary, and then we'll conclude it, Minister.
A fix has been put in place in the illness benefits section, which means that all medical forms have been covered or certified to cover the Christmas period, and I see that as very much as, you know, trying to put off any negative press for the department and for yourself, Minister. And I'm told that there will be a litany of problems come January because of this blanket certification that is being put in place over the Christmas period. So can the Minister categorically give us assurances that there will be no further problems with the automated system come the new year?
Yeah, thanks, Chair. Deputy Brady, there is no blanket certification that's being employed by the department at the moment, and I think you'll see in every single local and regional newspaper over the country we've spent significant amount of money informing people as to when their payments will be made over the Christmas period. There'll be no changes to effective illness benefit whatsoever. So people who get paid on a Monday will be paid on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No, there's no blanket certification. With regard to the deputy's claim, I'm not sure what he means by it. The 9,000 certificates that we're receiving every single day are on the new forms. There are some old forms still existence in our GP services that we've agreed with all of our GPs will be still paid for until they continue to exhaust all of those old forms before they move on to the new forms. And as I said, just for the record of the House, for the third time, Chair, the IMO and ourselves have reached successful negotiations concluded last week, and I look forward to a continued prosperous relationship between the two departments.